Hey brother, Stuart Matola, men's relationship coach here. Hope you're having a kick-ass day. And in this video, I'm going to talk to you about the theme of, are you wearing sex repellent with your wife? Okay. So I'm going to give you a sense of what that is, what that looks like. And then you get to self-assess if that's the case for you. And that's a better view. And I'm going to give you some tips and tools on how to change that. Okay. Before I go into that, if you're digging this, please like or follow me on this platform and subscribe to my channel to the lower right. So, what is sex repellent, and are you wearing it? Well, it comes in one word. Okay. It's D. Starts with a D. Desperation. Yes, desperation. Okay. If you're desperate for sexual intimacy with your wife or partner, it's a repellent. It's a major turnoff. And often it can be accompanied by a script of, I need you to, we never, you always, we never have it, you never give it to me, I do everything for you to try to fulfill your needs, and you don't do anything to help me fulfill my needs. Okay. There's a lot of what I call fundamentalist words. Now, don't think fundamentalist in terms of religion. Think fundamentalist in terms of psychology. Now, what that means is all, nothing, never, always, okay? Absolute words. When you're using absolute words, you're in victim consciousness, brother. And I don't judge you, and I'm not looking to shame you in that, but we got to call it out, okay? Because if we can call it out, then we can name it, and then you can see it in front of you, okay? And you may be saying to yourself, well, Stuart, what the hell? Of course I'm desperate. We haven't had sex in 3 months, 6 months, or we only do it once every 6 weeks. I'm like a hungry dog looking for a plate of food, and she asks me to cuddle, and then when we do, I want to, go all the way. So, how can you expect a man to nibble when, a plate of food is put in front of him and he's been starving? Okay. Now, you can stay in that story, but it's not going to help you get sex. In fact, it's going to turn off your wife or partner. It's going to keep you stuck where you are. So, what I want to invite you to do instead is this. And this is what I see guys who are able to turn this dynamic around with their wives or partner. This is what they do. And that is, first, they acknowledge the desperation. Yeah, I'm desperate. I'm feeling that. They have compassion for themselves and the hardship that they're going through. And they look at that part of themselves and they ask that part, what does that part want from me? Okay. So if I pause for a second, and this was me in a marriage years ago, desperate for sex. Okay, my intimacy needs were not met. So if I pause and go there for a moment and speak to that desperate part of myself, because I can go there pretty easily. It wants love. It wants touch. It wants affection. It wants to be seen. It wants to be acknowledged. And so once we get to that deeper need, we see it's not just about sex. And now we can open up avenues to get those needs met for trust, intimacy, connection, that we don't mistake as just being about sex. Okay, this takes a mature man to do this. So if you want to just be stuck in the lower region, this video won't serve you. But if you really want to get to the crux of what's underneath that, you're going to be in a much better position to get more sex than you currently are getting. And what that does is it opens up avenues that, yes, if it's time just to touch and experience closeness, hugs, kisses, have that experience. And when you find the part of you that's desperate for sex coming up and like wanting to crush you, take a deep breath into that, and a second and a third. Okay, this is not so much to castrate you, brother, but it's more for you to learn how to regulate your desperate and voracious sexual energy, so that you're not just projecting it onto her. She's going to see this, And as you open up more towards levels of physical intimacy that are not just sex, you're going to open her up like a lotus flower. Okay. Now, most guys won't do this because it takes time and patience and discipline. And most guys just want it, and they want it now. But again, that's desperation, that's victim consciousness, and that is sex repellent with your wife or partner. So I hope this was helpful. If you dug this, please like or follow me on this platform. Subscribe to my YouTube channel to the lower right if you're watching on YouTube, and have a kick-ass day. Bye.